There's a little green bar happening at the bottom of my screen, so I think we're live.
To me, that means we're live. Now,
but are we alive?
Are we live? It's up to you guys to tell us. We, hopefully, are live from the Sideshow booth right now. And not only are we live from the Sideshow booth, we are in the Court of the Dead crypt right now.
We're coming to you live from the afterlife?
From the Underworld, from Ilverness, the capital of the Underworld. We have death on one side and books and relics on the other. And in between, we have everything else. Now, if you guys were paying attention today, now that we're getting a closer look, you can see our prestige statuette collection is here on display. These are smaller figures that we are able to show you live at the show. It's pretty spectacular. So,
the coolest thing about these ones is that each one is like a scene and has other creatures in it.
Hey guys, the cat!
Riaz!
The cat!
The cat!
We love the cat.
And the queen has some little gremlin things, and Kier has, oh my goodness, half of an angel.
Half of an angel. We're definitely not live on Facebook because I've refreshed our Facebook page like 3 times, and we're definitely not live there. So that's neat.
Let's check Twitter.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's Death's life-size mask. We are going to be doing some of these life-size replicas, including Death's mask, both of them. The Dawn of the Mortals, and then the Face of the All-Taker, and then also the Queen's helmet and headdress and mask over there.
Ooh.
So we have the man in the chair who's checking out all of our technical difficulties.
See, I see us on Twitter.
Yeah, we're on Twitter, and apparently we're on YouTube, just not on Facebook.
Oh,
so we don't know what's up with that.
So this is Queen Gethsemane, Shaper of Flesh. She's already up for pre-order, I think, right?
Yes, she is. She went up for pre-order a little bit later. Hi!
Yeah.
We love Comic-Con because we get to see all these amazing people. So we just saw our dear friend Pat Loika. He's a little famous in geek culture, so
he's a cool guy.
Cool guy. Personally, if we want to take a little bit of a look up at Poxel the Scourge.
Ooh, yes.
He's so good looking.
And I didn't know he was kind of bird-like.
He's very burbish.
So cool.
Yeah, he definitely has a bird thing going on. And I also like that his mask on his face kind of is reminiscent of like the doctor's mask from like the plague era.
Plague doctors.
But also like a bird beak, because that's kind of what they're looking at right there. So that's really cool.
That's gorgeous. He's a member of the Flesh faction,
which I did not know. So that's things that I learned. I also like his feather on his.
Oh yeah,
it's like a feather on there.
I wonder what that represents. That's cool.
Yeah, I feel like he's one of those characters that the story is going to unfold a lot more. Like how, remember when we had Tom Gilliland on the live show the other day? He was talking about Odium.
Yeah.
And how Odium has
Odium, who has his own podium.
Yeah. And he also has a secret that the story is going to reveal as it moves forward. I feel like Poxel's the same way.
Look, he's got all these little, he's even got these little like, oops, that's my hand. He's got little jewels.
Is it a kitty paw?
It is a kitty paw.
A kitty paw.
He's got like little, like apothecary jars.
Yeah, like jars. So
that's cool.
We'll be able to figure out more about him as we keep going. So now we through our social channels just yet, but this is Kier Death's Warbringer, the premium format figure. This is a brand new version of Kier. So you can see that she still has all of her classic Kier elements that make her the head of the Spirit faction, but she also has, you know, you really see the warrior side of Kier because she is, you know, Death's Valkyrie.
There's that severed angel head that was teased on Court Social this week.
I love, if you look at the back of Kier, which we can't turn her around or anything right now, but Kier actually has little nubs on her back where her wings were cut.
Oh.
So Kier used to have wings.
That's the details on these in the story is incredible.
Yeah.
Because I also, we can't show the back of Queen Gethsemane, but she has new tattoos because the Flesh faction is always changing form.
That's something that's amazing about the Flesh faction, is because the Flesh faction is so ever moving and ever changing that we can do things like that with them. So speaking of changed, what's up with Galavarb?
Well, it looks like she's part of your Underworld now.
Yeah.
She's out of her mermaid form?
Yeah, like the physical form that she had when she was in the mortal realm.
That's crazy.
Oh, and we're working on Facebook now. So hey, Facebook.
Hey, Facebook. Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party indeed. You are just in time to take a brand new look at our new Galavarb, the Eyes of the Queen premium format figure. This is full-on Underworld Galavarb that we have going on right now. So this is not her in the mortal realm. This is her 1000% in the Underworld. So that is super cool. So you can see, like, on her tail there's like bits of decay, and or maybe those are like what are they called in the water that they go on? Barnacles.
Barnacles.
I don't know what they are. I don't think those are definitely barnacles. But Galavarb, personally, I hope we get really far deep into the headdresses, because I would love to have a Galavarb headpiece like that. That would be so cool. I mean, I know that I'm Spirit Faction and all, but I think I could rock a Galavarb headpiece. That's just me.
I wouldn't mind having Kier's mask. That would be pretty cool.
See that? I've worn the Queen's, and the Queen's is so heavy. Like,
well, heavy is the head. What is the saying? Heavy lies the head that wears the crown?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's very, very true for the Queen of the Dead. We have Miss Chrissy Lynn, who's going to be cosplaying as Gethsemane tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, and she's definitely going to be rocking the headdress.
That'll be so cool.
More power to her. So we showed you our Prestige Statuette line as well. Take just a quick look at all this amazingness that is the crypt.
Yeah, you surprised Tom while he was painting this one, right?
Yes, I did. Me and our court team, who remains nameless since they're a little shyer than us.
Aw.
Yeah. So it's she started out as an artist concept, like
an art study.
It was an art study for, because our sculptors for Monsterpalooza always do kind of their own thing for part of it, and they do what they would call sideshow curiosities. And she started out there and then was incorporated into the court because she has such a unique look.
Look, she's even got the Bone Faction symbol imprinted on her. Is that a mask or is that actually her face? That looks like her face.
It looks like her face. It could be a mask. When we do our more in-depth look at all these court characters, we'll probably have Anna here to help us out with some of these questions. But this is kind of brilliant and amazing.
So this is cool because Sheev, I know this, Sheev is a nethergeist, and she helps Death ensure that there are always plenty of souls for the harvest. So it looks like right there.
Is she harvesting a soul?
Maybe finding a space for Death to take a soul.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
Ooh, I love the ethereal blue.
Oh,
that's what the court blue. Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Yes.
we trick people into trying to be on. We try to get people on our show. So anyway, there's Anna. Anna, is this a mask on Sheev, or is that Sheev's face?
It's like a piece of Underworld jewelry, kind of extra jawbone.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very cool.
That she's pierced, which is pretty fun.
That's really, really awesome. Cool. Thanks. We were asking about that. Yeah. See? So now we have our two legendary scale busts. We have Oglavale from the Spirit Faction and Zyle from the Bone Faction. It's first off, we've taken close looks on Sideshow Live at both of these pieces before, and so you've gotten up close and personal details with them, but still, they're so amazing to look at.
Their bases are so cool.
Spirit base, bone base,
Spirit base.
bone base.
And I know with Oglavale, he's got a removable mandible, which is like that one.
Yeah.
And then he's also has his blind justice mask.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways to display Aglavale.
Aglavale is one of my favorite characters in the court, basically because the court could have picked anyone to be their executioner, and they have so many characters that are brutal and like love to, you know, lay down the law and make sure justice is served, but instead they chose Aglavale because of his gentle nature. So it was a nice way to bring sort of balance to the court, where you think that everything in the court is supposed to be like brutal and unforgiving, but then you have this gentle soul who's even like, you know, he has a pet.
Yeah.
A little scratch
Aww.
with him. So I love that as a backstory for like someone whose title is the executioner. You expect him to be the like most like unforgiving, brutal character in the court, and really he's not. He's very, very gentle and forgiving.
And I like that characters in the court have pets, because that's also kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, you have to take care of a pet. So
Yeah.
like Xyle has Riaz and he has Scratch, and it's like,
And I love, and these are two, I feel like they're very unsuspecting characters to have pets. Like, why would you expect Bone Faction, like, rigid and order and unchanging, like, to ever have, like, a pet? But she's like, no, I have this cat, and it's like a Victorian collared cat, and it looks amazing. So now we have Relic Ravlatch, which we showed you the unpainted sculpt, like the very first output of him.
he wasn't even assembled.
He was not even a full figure when we brought him onto the live show. So instead, we're showing him to you for the first time right here.
Relic Ravlatch.
Relic Ravlatch.
Paladin of the Dead. He's a legendary quest knight. Ooh,
It's kind of amazing.
the stuff running all through his
Attention
face.
exhibitors, the exhibit hall will open in 1 hour. Please make sure that all
1
merchandise
hour?
and trash is out of the
my
aisles. Attendees will be entering the hall
All right.
in 1 hour.
Oh my gosh.
Back there is Demethyle, the Reaper General.
Yep.
And we've got Mortigal on display. I know some people were asking where Mortigal was.
Attention exhibitors,
He's in one of
exhibit
the
hall will
cases.
open
We
in
will
1
find
hour.
him.
Please
Yeah,
make
and
show you
sure that all
pictures.
merchandise
Yes,
and
he is
trash
in
is out of the
One
aisles.
of the, oh my
Attendees will
gosh.
be entering the hall in 1 hour.
Sorry guys.
It's the final countdown.
It's the final countdown. Here's Death. We always like to sing Final Countdown before. Anyway, so here's Death, the All-Taker, master of the Underworld. This is a premium format figure, but I feel like he's more than just a normal run-of-the-mill premium format. Not that any premium format figure is run-of-the-mill. I'm just saying, like, his intricate detailing, his armor, his mask, his scythe, like, everything about Death is so intricate and planned out and plotted, sort of. I mean, it is the Court of the Dead after all.
I like his Underworld United signets on his breastplate.
Yep.
And then to see the detail of the premium format even closer
Right.
with the life-sized is incredible.
Is amazing because they match so well. I love this detailing because it honestly looks fabric,
Oh my
but
gosh.
it's not.
That's
It's
just-
sculpted.
oh my goodness.
It's so good. And then Death has all these, like,
Ooh.
you know, all these details, and that's what
Whoa.
makes. See, the thing about our premium format figures is it makes it like all those details come together, and that it's the best possible version of that character. So there's that. Then we have Shard.
Mortal Trespasser.
This is Shard, sort of, she's descending into the underworld. As you can see, like, her base starts out a little bit less blue and becomes more of the ethereal blue as she walks down it, and descends into the underworld. Versus Shard, Faithbearer's Fury, she's clearly in the mortal realm still, you know?
This was when she was a paladin. Or a
Yeah.
Templar Knight.
Templar Knight.
Yes, sorry, I'm thinking of Ravlatch.
No worries.
Templar Knight. And she's got, is that the same sword in her right hand on both
Ooh,
statues?
that's a good catch. I didn't know that.
I think it is.
Now, we have so many more of these live streams happening for different sections of the booth, because I don't know if you guys know this, but we have one of the biggest booths in San Diego Comic-Con. So we can only do these piece by piece and piece by piece, because honestly our voices would like be shot if we tried to do the whole booth at once. So what we're going to do is we're doing the Court of the Dead section now, and then we're going to be doing a little bit later you know, like the Marvel section, the DC section, the Star Wars section. We showed you some of the stuff, and of course we're gonna get over to the hot toy side of the booth because we haven't even shown you any of that side yet. So we're gonna be back in a little bit to do that, but let's finish up the court before we go. Check out these coins.
Ooh. And those are the dealer's coins for beating the dealer at Blackjack over at Project Raygun. Ooh. Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, I know, it's nice metal. We have the Relic Ravlatch life-size bust. We saw the Relic Ravlatch over on the other side, like as the premium format figure, but this is the life-size bust because now Court of the Dead seriously has every scale that we do normally at Sideshow. We have life-size figures, life-size busts. We have legendary scale figures.
And now they've got the new 9-inch prestige statuettes.
Prestige statuettes, which is like a whole different scale that we haven't even done before. So that's phenomenal.
Right.
Awesome. So this is Malavestros, and we're actually displaying him this time with a different portrait than you're used to, because normally you see him with more of the, like, you know, the fleshy type one, and this is kind of more of the skeleton bone. It actually, the detail right at the top here, if you can see it, the seam is like where his face was torn off.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy, crazy.
Oh
detail.
yeah, and the lines over his eyes match the lines over his eyes in the
for
flesh
sure.
face. That's so
amazing.
Cool. Look at all the candles on his base. That's super cool.
The base of Malavestros is one of my favorite bases that we've ever done. It's so detailed. Like, he's kind of, if you've read the Chronicle of the Underworld at all, you know that Malavestros marked up that thing with all of his notes and all of his like anecdotes about things that have happened in the Underworld. And so to have him sitting on like a very almost Shakespearean-esque like books and candles and relics and just, you can even see like the coins on there. It's like it's very ancient fantasy librarian type thing, and he's our storyteller. We're seeing things through his eyes.
This is one of my favorite pieces because I've never seen anything like that scroll.
Yeah.
That's actually telling the story that he's telling.
Yeah.
About the Celestial War.
Yeah, and at the time, and I think still to this day, Malavestros still is the most intricate and detailed piece we've ever done in the history of Sideshow. So that's amazing. Like, all the different types of media we had to go through in order to get him was just bonkers. So before we go, we're just going to show you a couple of the books that we have. This is the premium puzzle that you can, it's a convention exclusive that is on our website right now for pre-order. As well as here's the Chronicle, the deluxe hardcover journal, the deluxe hardcover sketchbook, and the comic book omnibus called Grave Tales, where we've compiled all of the court comics.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. So that's what we have so far right now. And
excellent.
I think that that's what we have for the court, and we'll be back in a little bit to do some more detailing of the rest of our booth. That's the court crypt all in one, like most of it in one shot, because there's still more.
I know, I can't quite get all of it in one shot, but you have to come see it for yourself if you're at the show.
Yeah, in booth 1929 if you're at the show, and if you're not at the show, we know how hard it is for you to get into Comic-Con nowadays, so we will be giving you the at-home experience.
Yeah, we'll be doing more product spotlights and updates.
Yep. So thank you guys for watching, and we will be back in probably like a half hour.
Yeah, the floor is opening.
The floor's
soon.
about to open, so we have to show you everything we got.
Woohoo!
All right, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice multitasking.